Welcome to part 5. Okay, so I'm just going to check over what I've done. So I've inserted all the images, they're visible. I centre aligned the top row, I right aligned the bottom row. Okay, I haven't set the background colour of only the top row of the table to black. Right, okay, this is why you should really check over your work. Like I said, I spent an awful lot of time in front of the computer screen yesterday, a very long time, and obviously I am making some silly mistakes. So I'm trying to be sensible and check over what I've done. Right, so highlight those cells, cell properties, colour, here we are, and I'm going to select black, apply, no, select black here then, apply, there we go. No, let's not really set that as background colour, black. Oops. Apologies, I stopped the video there because I kept losing the mouse. Right. Okay, so what I did there was totally wrong. This is the background colour here. Okay, sorry about that. Like I said, making an awful lot of mistakes due to spending an awful lot of time in front of the screen yesterday. So I'm just going to select that as to what it was. Right, apply. There's the background colour and press OK. That's done. Okay, so we've done that now. Right, sorry, have some patience with me. Right, so now done the cell padding, done the height, 300 pixels, the border 5. Okay, so we're creating a hyperlink now. So it says create the hyperlink from the text contact us and from the image N8 contact GIF. To point to the file N8 contact1 HTM, which should open a new window called contact. Note the web page which you have linked is not yet created. So in other words, we've got to create a new page called N8 contact 1. So I'm just going to copy and paste that. Right, I'm going to go here to File, New, HTML, and I'm going to save this. Save as, and I'm going to call it contact 1. There we go. So save. Now I'm going to close that. Okay, so let's go back and read what it says. It's quite wordy. So it says create hyperlinks from contact us and image contact 8 GIF, okay, which is that one I believe, and it should open a new window. Okay, so I'm going to start with contact us, highlight the text, right click, hyperlink, and we're going to go placed in this document, from existing file web page. Now I'm going to find, there's the file that we just made. Now we need to go to target frame, so we don't just link it. Target frame, and we want it to open in a new window. And this new window is to be called contact. Press OK and OK. Then I'm going to do the same here. OK with the image. Right click, hyperlink, contact 1, target frame, new window, contact. Press OK. OK. There we go. They're done now. Okay, right, so moving on. So you can see there's more to do. We're now on step 41. So now we need to save the page as N8 Hot Desk 1, okay, which I'm going to do now. Obviously you can copy and paste like I am. And then you've got to print a copy of the HTML stuff. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to go File, Save As. And I think it's just Hot Desk 1, isn't it? But I'm just going to overwrite. Oh, there we go. How much I know. And there we go. Now, to preview this, I would go File, Preview in Browser, and I would select Internet Explorer. So we just wait for that to load up in Internet Explorer. And there we are. Okay, so my Explorer's out of date. Sorry, I never use it. I always use Google Chrome. So if I click on this hyperlink, you can see it opens up in a new page. Okay, so it's not showing obviously the page name, but that doesn't matter. Right, so this is it in the browser. Now you need to print your HTML source. So you right click on the page and then you go to view source. And you can see here's your HTML source. So they can see all your text here. They can see your H1 style. These are all the things they're looking out for. Your cell padding, okay, the width, all these things that we've set, they're looking for, okay. So they're looking for all these things. Now, and you can see at the bottom, there's your name, candidate page, and number, and so on, okay. So, and also you can see the targets here. So it should open in a new window. So remember, don't try and cheat anything or underestimate anything because they're looking for all these things. And in fact, in some of the exam papers, they may ask you to highlight certain parts of the text. Okay, I'll go through that. Actually, I'll minimise that and go through that with you in case they ask you to do this in this exam paper. I've not really looked at this exam paper. I just got on with it and did it, to be honest. Okay, so now what we're going to do, so it says save the pages and viewing HTML cells. Okay, open a file, N8 contact HTML, attach the external style sheet saved in step 29. So that's what we did earlier. Okay, so file, open, and N8 contact. There we go. Here it is. Now we need to attach the style sheet. So attach, and remember, import, pick up the style sheet that we saved earlier, open, press OK, and you should see some changes. There we go, some quite significant changes there. Right, at the bottom of the page, add last updated and your name, so what you did earlier, and set the text style to H3. So it's basically just going around doing pretty much the same thing again. Okay, last edited by Miss Price, candidate, center number. Okay, and highlight it, go to split, because as you can see they want us to set this to H3. So I'm going to change this to H3, H3, and there we are. Okay, so right, save the page as basically the same name, but you just put a number 1 in front of it, pretty much. In fact, I'm just going to copy and paste this. There we go, and it's saved. Okay, so, and it wants you to print a copy of the HTML source again. Okay, so we're moving on to spreadsheets next, as you can see. So that was a very short task. So once again, File, Preview in Browser, Internet Explorer, right click, View Source, and there we are. Okay, so what they're looking out for obviously is you've attached the style sheet, which you have. Okay, you've imported it, here it is, and they're looking out for your editing, and there we have it. So that's that done. Okay, right, so I'm going to close this all now because we don't need it anymore, and I'm going to close my windows from earlier. Right, so now we're moving on to spreadsheets. How long have I got to cover this? Okay, I've got about 5 minutes, so I can get started. Right, so it says your manager has asked you to develop a spreadsheet about telephone calls. Using a suitable web package, load the file N8 phone CSV and save it to your work area as N8 phone 1. So I'm going to open up Excel and I'm going to import this. You can copy and paste or you can import. I'm just going to import. Okay, so in fact what I'm going to do, what might be a sensible decision maybe would be look at the file first. Okay. Well, I'm going to stop this video actually. Oh no, it's okay. The microphone's fine now. It was flickering a minute ago. All right. Here we are. Past papers. Right. So it wants us to look at the spreadsheet. Here we are. I think it's an 8 code CSV. Yes, it's this one. Okay. Right. So let's copy and paste. There we go. Right. Now. Oh, N8 phone. Sorry. Mistakes I'm making are crazy. Okay, I'm going to take a bit of a break because I'm just making some silly mistakes now. Right, so come back to me.